Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back. Well, most of you probably know, I'm sure, that Kyle Rittenhouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin, that's been all over the news for the last couple of months, last year, the verdicts were given today, and it was found not guilty on all 5 counts. Kyle was exonerated. And poor kid, I felt so bad for him. A young man, if you see in this picture, this is while they were reading the verdicts. A young man just recently turned 18 years old. In 30 seconds, his whole life could be gone. And he knows that standing there. And I'll tell you, I don't know if I could have taken the pressure. But I want to talk about what this case means for America. What it really and truly is about. And it's not really about Kyle Rittenhouse himself. What it's really about is the rule of law, the institutions of this country, and the Constitution, in this case, held. Barely held. And I am absolutely delighted on the verdict. But it won't hold up much longer unless we step in. Let me give you an example of some of the people that are trying to tear down this country and why the Constitution will not hold up much longer. Our institutions, our culture, our society is going to fall to pieces unless we step in and stop it. I'll give you a few examples here. Here's a real beauty. Manisha Sinha, who's an historian of slavery, abolition, Civil War, and Reconstruction, author of The Slave's Cause, The Counter-Revolution of Slavery, a Draper Chair at University of Connecticut, who makes probably huge amounts of money, is going to get a marvelous pension, has top-notch health insurance to poison the minds of our young people. After the verdict was read, she put, fascist judge needs to read the Constitution and the freedom of the press. And as you see from the picture below, Rittenhouse judge bans MSNBC from courthouse as jury continues deliberations. Now, a freelance reporter working for MSNBC was caught following the jury van when they bring everybody home at night because they weren't sequestered. To intimidate them, get pictures, talk to them, who knows? All of it's illegal and all of it's bad. And all of it undermines our legal institutions, in this case, Kenosha. Nut jobs on Twitter, there is so much judicial malpractice here, this judge should be impeached and barred from the bench. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not believe in the Constitution. And we have to fight these people. There's another one. Well, there it is, the Rittenhouse precedent. You can't convince me for a fraction of a second that it would have turned out this way if he was black. The worst part is that I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm effing sad. It never would have to trial if he was black. We have a 2-tier justice system now. It's not what you think it is. Try another one here. Here's another beauty. Tanya James of Arkansas crossed state lines to get to the Kenosha courthouse where she suggests over a bullhorn that Kyle Rittenhouse should have been killed. They are absolutely cult-like. They will do everything in their power to make sure their ideology and what they believe in takes over everything, tears down the institutions in this country, and takes the Constitution and tear it up and throw it in the garbage. Kyle should have never made it to trial. Bring that bee to my neck of the mother effing, I'm not sure what even that means. She probably got cut off. Joy Reid, as they scream racism, she makes millions lying to people. I believe she's mentally ill. This is what we're up against. These are powerful, influential people. We knew there was something helpful to remind ourselves how America was designed to work, designed from the beginning to be a white supremacist country. Yeah, okay. It continues to work as designed. We have learned again what is considered legal for some people to do in America. It's helpful to know where you stand in your country. Be safe out there. These people are influential. They're powerful. I know where I stand. Honestly, terrifying, though. Any protest now will be met with armed counter-protesters, assuming they won't be held accountable for their actions. I know where I stand. Honestly, terrifying, though. Any protest will now be met with armed counter-protesters, assuming they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. It's incredible. If they just provoke the crowd first. Sick. They really and truly think that white supremacists and militia members went down to Kenosha to shoot and kill honest protesters from Black Lives Matter. They actually believe this. This is what we're up against. It's incredible to me that even the President of the United States the day after the incident said it was white supremacists. These militias are domestic terrorists looking to incite a race war, protecting private property as cover. A 17-year-old white supremacist domestic terrorist drove across state lines armed with an AR-15. He shot and killed 2 people who had assembled to affirm the value, dignity, and the worth of black lives. Nonsense. Nonsense. He didn't drive his gun across state lines, but I don't want to get too far in the weeds here. These people are delusional, and they're dedicated, and they're dangerous. This is from the ACLU of Maryland. Dangerous, disgusting. They're talking about the verdict. Unacceptable white supremacy and Rittenhouse verdict. Unbelievable. And look at what they say on the sign here. The ACLU is a nonprofit, nonpartisan. What a joke. This is from the mayor of New York, the largest city in the country. The city of New York is bigger than most states population-wise. Anthony Hoover and Joseph Rosenbaum are victims. They should be alive today. They tried to kill Kyle Rittenhouse, literally. And Joseph Rosenbaum, by the way, served prison time, not just for domestic abuse, but what he did to underage boys, 9 to 11 years old, on multiple occasions. I can't tell you because YouTube will take this video down. The only reason why they're not, meaning they're alive, because a violent, dangerous man chose to take a gun across state lines and start shooting people. He didn't take a gun across. To call this a miscarriage of justice is an understatement. The Constitution, our society, our culture, our institutions are under attack. What this means for America is we got through it today. The Constitution prevailed. The rule of law prevailed. The mob didn't win. Kyle was there because he saw his city. Oh, he didn't live in Kenosha. Well, his dad lives there. A lot of his family's there. He works there. He used to live there. His mom moved. He loves Kenosha, and he was asked with some people to help protect businesses. And by the way, most of those businesses that were burned up and destroyed and ruined their lives were minority-owned businesses, but they didn't care. A car lot called Car Source, there was 3 of them. One burned every single car right to the metal. Cost those people everything they have. Immigrants. Didn't care. They want the rule of law to be thrown away. That you can say and do anything you want to as long as you're on their side. The police are powerless, but the fund of the police has cut their morale and their numbers dramatically. They're told to stand down by progressive governors and mayors. Even in the Oval Office, It's incredible. And Kyle was one of the few that stepped in. A young kid that wanted to protect what he valued. What it means for us is we won today. The Kyle Rittenhouse verdict was a victory for people that love this republic, its institutions, and the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights. Rights given to people by God, not the government. And they want to tear it all down. We won today. We won when Rittenhouse was found not guilty. But what it means for us now is the Constitution isn't going to last forever. Neither is this republic. We need to stand up to push back and finally say this is enough. All of us, no matter what you do, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or the CEO of a major company and everything in between, you work part-time at the local restaurant and go to the community college at night. Everybody. What this means for us is we've been giving the warning signs that our Constitution and our republic is teetering. If we do not stand up, we will lose it all. So what does this verdict mean? It's not about Kyle Rittenhouse. It's about the rule of law and our civil rights, which they're taking away little by little every day. All they care about is power and control. They burn down and destroy people's lives indiscriminately. And they're backed up and defended by powerful people in cable news, social media, in the White House, the House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate. Having bail funds for rioters. This is what it's come down to. So now what it means for America is for the average person to say enough. And it isn't enough just to vote people out of office. Now it's time, the war starts. This is just one of the battles that we won. We can't sit back on our laurels. These are just the opening salvos of a long, it's going to be really difficult 2 or 3 years for the United States. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights that is in it needs our help. It held up this time. Miraculously, it was a miracle. I truly believe maybe God's hand was in this. I truly think that. The average person, if you're not political, you haven't worked on campaigns, you haven't helped, now's the time to say, okay, I get it now. This is a reminder of what can happen if we do not say no. This is the greatest republic in the history of the world. It's unbelievable how far we've come since the founding. It's a miracle that the institutions, the Constitution, the rule of law, and all the things that were set up for us by the founders to make us the most successful nation on earth, the richest, the most powerful, the most benevolent, the kindest, and the most generous, is on the edge. It's up to you. What it means for America is what it means for you. How are your kids going to live? Your grandkids. And if you're a young person still in college or high school, what is your future going to be if the people that want to tear down this republic win? This is a warning shot. The Constitution is calling us, saying, please help me. I can't take much more of a pounding. Please step in. That's what it means. There's a gentleman that spoke at the Republican National Convention who's from Venezuela, and I'll leave you with this quote that he made. If America falls, there'll be no place else to go. Until next time, goodbye, and good luck.